Ooh. Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is the Saturday Night Podcast with your host, myself, Eric, and my co-host,
Melanie.
And so, yeah, today's video, we kind of wanted to do a dive into a little bit of the backstory behind the DJ promo that we released. Last Thursday, 2 days ago or so?
I believe so.
Yeah, we released a DJ promo that we did for our good friend Leo. He was doing a Christmas remix for the holidays, and he asked us if we could do him a promo that he can advertise, basically. So, with that being said, also, I'm not sure how many of you actually saw that. It is in my Instagram, but for those of you that haven't seen it, I'm going to input it into this video right now, and let me know what you guys think about it in the comments. But as of right now, yeah, enjoy the video, and here we go.
Let's go now. Keep it 100.
Alright, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that promo video of my good friend Leo. Me and Miss Mel worked really hard on that video. It was actually our first ever promo video. That's the reason why we decided to jump on it, because it's a new avenue. It's something new to improve our skills and learn more on how to do different things.
Exactly.
So, I mean, basically, what went on with that video on how we got there, it was actually us going up there. We heard that it was going to be a 1 mile hike to the location, which was kind of a bummer, I had to say. But I was like, you gotta like sacrifice something sometimes when it comes to like getting a great video or a great opportunity. So I mean, it was definitely a great learning experience that we jumped on. Besides that, when we actually got up there, he told us I actually found a 6-minute trail to get to the location of the area. So I mean, there's only one downside to that 6-minute walk to the location, was that it was down a steep hill with a bunch of rocks that you can trip on. And carrying like really expensive equipment, we were really nervous walking down it. But I mean, I mean, we managed.
We did. It was extremely heavy, though.
Oh yeah, all the stuff we carried, especially at the end of it all, which
Yeah.
we'll touch on that in a little bit.
Exactly.
But as for getting down there, it took us 3 trips to get down there. Because there was a generator we had to carry down there. Leo's equipment was 1 trip on its own, and carrying all of the camera gear down there and setting up the laptop and whatnot. So honestly, it was a new experience for me and for Melanie. Even though you just like you've never done something like that. We've never done a actual commercial kind of, I guess you should say.
Basically, promo video. I mean, we never actually try to make a story to promote someone's,
exactly,
whatever they're doing, like his DJing, which was really cool. It was definitely a big learning experience, and it's our first video we actually planned out what each clip was going to be.
Oh, okay.
You
Yeah,
know?
that's definitely what I think. It was a whole new avenue. I mean, from the camera gear, the camera settings, to learning how to do a story, transition-wise, and I was honestly nervous. I gotta say, I was honestly nervous. I was scared, because it's like my friend's promo video. Also, it took us a long time to get everything set up.
It took us. We got to his place around 12. We got to that place maybe like 1, right?
Yeah, I think it was 1. Yeah, we didn't start shooting.
We didn't start shooting till 4.
Yeah, that's how difficult it was to basically hike and get everything down to that location.
And set it all up.
Yeah, because just getting our camera gear down there, right when we got there, we set up all our camera gear to the right lighting and to the right settings, got all the gimbals stabilized and ready to go. And going back up and getting the other heavier stuff, that took us a long time. Because like I said, the trail down there wasn't exactly just flat ground and you just walk. You had to actually watch your step, or else you can trip and you don't want to break any of the equipment.
No.
So, I mean, it took us a long time to get set up, get everything down there. And literally by the time we started shooting, there was only an hour left of daylight. So, I mean, time got ahead of us pretty fast, and we were just like, we gotta just start shooting now. So we hooked up real quick. Everything actually went as planned, hooking up. Like, there was no hiccups in, like, wiring or setting up programs or the cameras at all. It actually went pretty smooth. And then besides that, we actually got to show our effort in making a story.
And the greatest part is we have good camera gear.
Yeah.
Because I believe it's the iOS, right?
Yeah, the iOS for the auto lighting.
Yeah, like the cameras, they can basically make it look bright when it's really dark outside.
Yeah, because that
helped a lot.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, because literally it was dark. Like, it was dark. It was dark outside.
It was 5 o'clock.
Yeah, it was 5 o'clock, and the sun was basically down. And where we're at, the trees actually overlay, so it's actually darker in this area than what it seems to be outside. And when it got dark, around 5 o'clock, the lens, like the lens I had on was an 85 1.8, I believe, and it actually was pretty good in the low light situation. And also with the ISO being bumped up a little bit, we were able to see perfectly what was going on, even though it was getting dark. And what I mean by, like, I was pretty scared about this whole shoot is because, I mean, starting anything new can be scary, and taking any jumps can be scary. Especially with this, we only have an hour to shoot. It's a high-pressure moment. Everything's set up, but it's like you don't want to mess up too much when you only have an hour of filming to do.
Well, yeah, because we didn't want to leave when it's pitch black.
That too, even though.
So we were trying to really work.
I mean, we did end up leaving when it was pitch black and the sun was completely down.
Yeah,
that was
I can't imagine if we took longer than we did.
Oh yeah,
it would have been really dark.
Yeah. So I mean, we jumped on at the right time. We jumped right into a position. Leo started DJing. We went straight to filming. Our whole concept of this story was we wanted to put together was kind of like we're in this this area that like nobody knows of, and you just hear music and you kind of just follow the music to this DJ basically throwing a Christmas mix on, and you find the music. So I mean, that's kind of what we were trying to portray, since it was in this like out of the way area that you would have to look for. So I mean, that I feel like we hit that concept on the head. Whenever I make a video, and I mean, you realize it all the time, is when I make a video or do pictures, I always think that it could have been better.
Well, yeah, because you can, having a mindset of I can always improve is how you actually succeed.
Yeah.
Is knowing that it can always be better.
Yeah, definitely. And that's kind of where even when we first jumped on editing this video when we got home, we knew we had a lot of great shots. Looking back on the camera and seeing all these shots, we just knew, like, this has potential. If we can put it together in the correct way and do this correctly, it's going to come out really nice. And it was, like I said, it's my first ever time doing a promo video like this. I did it in 60 frames per second, and I've never done video in that. All my past videos have always been done in 24 frames per second, 1080p. So this was my first time venturing into 60 frames per second at 1080p, which is the reason I did it in that is because on Premiere, once you convert it down to 24 frames per second, it actually makes the video a slow-mo video. And basically, it's also 60 frames per second, so it has more data in the video to make it look a lot cleaner. So I mean, that was my first time ever venturing into that field. I didn't know if it was gonna work or not. I kind of just saw a lot of the people I look up to and all the YouTube videos I look at, like Peter McKinnon and Maddie, and they just, the way their B-roll looks, it just always came out so clean, so crispy, like everything was so sharp.
Don't you remember that video that he was showing us, that new one that was behind the scenes of him showing how he made the Adobe whole commercial thing?
Oh, the
right?
Ronin S.
Yeah. And remember, he's like, look at this. And he was showing us how the line, when he was doing transitioning from this gimbal to this gimbal, how the line went like this and then cut that. Yeah. He's like, look at that. That was really bad. But we don't see it. Only the creator sees it.
Yeah, so
no one will see what you're doing. Only the creator sees it.
Yeah, so I mean, there were, like, going through it, I honestly, like, I thought I failed at it, and it actually ended up coming out pretty good.
It's a great video.
At first I looked at it and it was intimidating on my computer, like I didn't want to mess up, and the thought of failing in editing really bothered me because we shot it on Saturday. Yeah, we shot it on Saturday, and then I had photo shoots all day Sunday, so I didn't have time to work on it until Monday. And I'm looking at all this footage, and I noticed that that I made mistakes in some of the cameras. Like, we shot some with my Canon RP, and I didn't know that my Canon RP couldn't shoot in 1080p when shooting 60 frames per second. I didn't know that. And that causes problems on your computer when you're trying to convert and use 60 frames per second in 720p, and then you're using footage that's in 60 frames per second 1080p. There's two different resolutions right there.
Yeah.
And so it doesn't add up. Like, one's gonna be cropped or there's gonna be problems with it. And at least to my understanding, like I said, I've only been doing this for 3 months, and to my understanding, I haven't figured out how to put that film together and make it look good. So I didn't use that footage at all because I was just like, geez, I messed up. I didn't know that. So there were a lot of, like, hiccups in there that in post stressed me out. And Melanie normally helps me with all my process on the post process. She helps me with the videos. I normally get a second
eye.
Yeah, like a second eye. Normally, and a lot of the transitions you guys see in my video are because of Melanie. She actually sees them and she helps me time them out a little better than what I have them. It's like the first critic. And she doesn't hold back either.
No.
I don't ask her to hold back. Like, she's not nice about it. Because I'd rather her tell me.
I'm a bit brutally honest. That's my personality.
Yeah, because I'd rather her tell me what's wrong with it and me fix it or spend a little more time fixing it than putting just a video out there and it doesn't look good. Because, I mean, then it's going to show like I kind of rushed it. And I mean...
Yeah, you always want to take time in your work. You don't want to just throw something out there.
Yeah.
And that's why when when I see your transitions, I like it to go with the beat. And you like to do that as well.
Yeah, definitely.
And I feel like you seeing it and then me seeing it, it kind of makes it like a better video.
Yeah, cause
in a way.
Yeah, it's like just two people working together. You see flaws that I put in there, and then I'll see flaws that you put in there, and it's kind of just bouncing ideas off of each other, and that's kind of how we get. That's kind of how we just come out with our videos that we do, and so yeah, there was no drone footage in there because the drone footage was shot in 4K instead of 1080.
It looked great though. The drone footage did.
Yeah, it's just putting it in the same video was pretty difficult for me, trying to calibrate and put it all together in the right manner. So I mean, with that being said, it was just I had to cut out the drone footage. I had to cut out the footage I got on the RP, and I just kept the footage from the Canon R, and that's all I used because the Canon R shot everything exactly how it was supposed to, 1080p and 60 frames per second. So luckily, that was the main camera of the day. That was the one on the gimbal. That was the one with the 85 millimeter lens, and that's another big thing too, was the 85 millimeter lens. We've never filmed with it. We've only heard about it, we've researched about it, but that was my first time ever filming with it, and it was a learning process.
Oh yeah, there's so many times we had to like kind of figure out how to focus it.
Yeah,
how to focus.
Exactly.
It's not focusing. And what are we doing? And it's just. You kept working with it. I mean, there's so many clips we had to redo, like the whole walking.
Yeah, the first walking, actually, the one that I posted on my Instagram today.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that one was a clip that we wanted to put in there. Remember?
Yeah, we did, but we just kind of fit it with his
music. Yeah.
So definitely check it out on the Instagram.
Yeah, if you want to see what we're talking about on that one, I won't input that one in here, but yeah, go to my Instagram, you'll see it. It's in the same setting as the DJ promo, but it's an extended version basically.
Yes.
I put different music into it, and that's kind of what we ran into, is because I didn't want someone just the way the filling went. I didn't want someone to be hearing Christmas music through the whole like walk, and it would have added a minute or two onto the whole video, so there would have been like 3 minutes of walking. And just hearing Christmas music, and you would have never saw where it was coming from. Probably would have lost the viewer's attention by then.
Exactly. It's like you got to get their attention right away.
Yeah. So even then, I still feel like we could have probably cut or done a little more in the video. But I mean, as of what we had, we kind of just felt like this is the best we did for it. Which I mean, there's always a better, but I mean, to us, that's what we felt fit really well. In the footage. So I mean, I definitely recommend using the 85 millimeter for like B-roll footage. It's super sharp, and it gives you that good background blur. I want to eventually get a 35 millimeter lens for the wider angle shots, and that I think that like when you pair those up together, I think it gives you really good dynamic shots with your footage, putting them together. And next time I do a promo, I actually just got asked to do one. And I might actually do it. It's going to be a whole new avenue. It's going to be with moto racing? Motocross racing? Yeah. So it's going to be motocross, and I got asked by your friend's...
Brittany?
Yeah, bride Brittany. And she asked if I could do it for her son. And I mean, she sent me some footage of the previous guy that's done it. I guess there's only one guy that does it. So it's a great avenue to jump into and try it out. I'm definitely nervous. I'm always nervous, but excited.
Always nervous, but you do so good.
Yeah, like, I'm always...
You're pretty talented for just starting.
Well, thanks, but I mean, it's because it's new, and I don't want to, like, let the person down. And that's what it is because I don't want to let the person down because, like, this may be, like, that one shot. That's how I see it, is, like, this is that one shot that, who knows, it might blow up. And I got to put everything I can into it, which is where the excitement comes out of being nervous, because I know that, hey, you got this one, like however many times they go around the track, I got that many shots to land some great footage and some great clips to make a great video for the customer. And that's where I'm nervous but excited. And most likely, I always like to have two people shooting, so normally I'm shooting and Melanie's shooting.
Yes.
And either it's pictures and recording, or it's double recording, because...
Which would be interesting on this one.
Yeah, exactly, because Melanie does good with the RP for photos, and because the RP can't do 60 frames per second in 1080p, that one we mostly use for photos, and we'll use it for anything we shoot in 24 frames per second, like a vlog.
Mm-hmm.
But as for the Canon R, that's where I like to catch my 60 frames per second on. And yeah, that one actually works out really good. It gets it really sharp. So I'm not sure if I could fly a drone out there because it's going to be a race. And I'm pretty sure.
There's a bunch of kids and people.
I'd have to get cleared or something. But I mean, it's something I would love to try. I would love to.
I mean, it's really cool. I'm pretty sure once you show what you do.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you could talk to a coordinator or someone up high. Say, hey, I could promote your racetrack or something.
Exactly. Yeah, that's how it normally works, is just getting out there and asking and talking to...
Don't be shy.
Yeah, talking to these people, you kind of got to go out there. I've always found that, like, you take a deep breath before you walk in there and kind of just, like, let's go. I mean, whatever happens, happens. And, I mean, I don't get discouraged from any of it. I kind of just take it as, like, okay, like, I just need to work harder to prove to these people that I can do it. And that's kind of what it is, because I mean, like I said, like, you don't want to go to a photo shoot and waste someone's time and do horrible photos,
especially if they're paying you.
Exactly, especially if they're paying you, which is why I felt more comfortable telling these people, hey, I'll do it for free, because I mean, what's the worst to expect out of a free photo shoot? I mean, it's free, And I mean, a lot of people ended up liking the photos and actually paying us. I mean...
Yeah, we actually got tipped a lot and all that.
Yeah, exactly. And they all recommended us, and they really liked their photos. We're going to be doing graduation photos for a lot of these families also. So,
yeah, my little brother's graduating.
Yeah, that too. So we're going to be able to do a whole new avenue of photos. And that's kind of what we're just kind of jumping at, is how we're going to widen our variety of stuff to do. And I mean, keep growing, get better lenses.
We always do it all.
Yeah, just it's always fun to get into new things. I mean, even though it may be frightening at times, because
it's new.
Yeah, it's new. It's just something completely new. I mean, the woodworking business was...
It was new, but like me and you together, we always figure out how to do it 110%, and we always do succeed in my eyes.
Yeah, because I mean, we have the same thought process when it comes to working for the general public. It's always just like they're giving me an opportunity to showcase my art, my work, how hard I work, how my product comes out. And the last thing you want to do is give these people a wrong impression of you, that you're just gonna rush through these, like, their product, and you're just gonna give them like a bad product, and they're not gonna want to come back to you.
Exactly. Why are you gonna pay someone if they're not gonna work hard for it?
Exactly. So I mean, that's kind of why we like to showcase what we do, and even if it's for free, we like to go all out, because I mean, that can lead to something new, and that's always our thought process on when we're doing new projects, or for instance, the cameras, or in your business, we always go up and beyond, because you never know what can come after that.
Exactly.
And so I mean, going back to the camera and shooting the promo video, it was very stressful making it. But at the end of the day, I was very happy seeing the final product that came out of it. It was like a weight off my shoulders, and then sending it to my buddy, and him saying like, "Whoa, like you actually pulled it off." Yeah, because at first I messaged him and said, "Hey man, like I let it get to me," and I was like, "Hey man, like I might need all week to work on this because I want to make it perfect." And I just had and then he told me that he had already like set everything up. He's already publicized that he's gonna be dropping it on Christmas Eve, and it needed to be done. So I was just like, oh man, like I gotta pull this off. Like I gotta pull it off. So I just had to sit there and figure it out. We ended up figuring it out, and he ended up really liking it.
Yeah. And
so I mean, a lot of people actually really liked it. It was my first ever cinematic video that we put together. And so I mean, it was definitely a challenge, and I actually fell in love with cinematic footage even more.
It's definitely pretty impressive.
Yeah, I really like how you can just record something and then you can just make it look a certain way. Like our photography is done in a park, but like it just looks really nice. Like we try not to get like the playground in the background too much, and people wonder where it's at sometimes. I got people asking me like, where was this shot at? And it's like, it was shot at a park down the street, and it looks nice. Like it comes out nice. It looks really good. And same with that promo video. It was a very nice area, excuse me, but it just had ginormous potential.
Yes.
And that's why, yeah, we just wanted to go all out for it.
I think it was a great video.
Yeah. And for the ending of our shooting, that story, actually what happened there was, like I said, we started shooting like right when it was getting dark. 1 hour till it was getting dark. Leo had put together almost an hour-long Christmas session. Mm-hmm. So we knew, okay, it's going to be dark by the time we get out of here. The sun was going down. Literally, as we were putting all the equipment away, we had Melanie holding all our phones with the flashlights on because it was that dark out there. Like, there's it's like in a neighborhood, and it just drops down into this canyon. So there's no light really down there at all, except for when the moon's out, and that's it. So, I mean, and even then, we had to make 2 trips down there to get all our stuff.
Yeah.
It was pretty hard. So
it was definitely hard, and I swear, like going up was like the hardest with all the stuff.
That was so hard, getting all the tables and making sure we got the generator. Because, I mean, we had to make 2 trips. So we ended up taking the camera gear up first, and I believe Leo's DJ, the briefcase. Yeah. And we ended up having to go back down for the tables and the generator.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so Leo carried the generator, and I carried 2 tables, and then you led the way with the flashlights. Mm-hmm. Because, yeah, it's a steep mountain. Like, not mountain. It's a steep hill. Yeah. And with the rocks, you got to really, like, make sure you're not going to slip. Because, I mean, the way I carried the tables was, like, I kind of just, like, held them over me. So if I slip, the tables are going to fall on top of me, and it's pitch black out there.
Yeah.
And then Leo's carrying this heavy generator up the hill. Yeah. And we're just like, we don't want to fall. So we ended up making it to the top, and everything was fine. And it was a successful shoot. We were pretty excited to do it all. And, I mean, it was a fun experience for me.
I liked it a lot. It was fun.
Yeah, so, I mean, we can't wait to do more cinematic footage. It's just, I want to do it all, but it's like I got to take my time because you want to make sure you really put that time into these cinematic videos because you want to make sure you never want to just be like, it's okay. Because, I mean, you do that and
but people will see that you did whatever.
Exactly. Like transitions. If you just do a jump transition and it just goes from one clip to another, it doesn't look good. Yeah, and you're just like, I'll leave it like that. Then it's going to not look good completely, and you're going to know in the back of your head, hey, did I do good?
Exactly.
Because they're going to see this. And, I mean, that's kind of how I just approach the editing process. I really had to take my time, and knowing that I only had, like, 1 day to do it, it was, like, a huge amount of pressure. That's the day I was just like, you know what, like we got to give ourselves a little bit of time to do these videos. And today, after Christmas, we had time, actually, to work on a little more of the videos, and that's the one I just posted on my Instagram today. It was, it came out really good. I really liked it. I got to mess around with new transitions, got to refresh some ideas in my brain, and just kind of see how I wanted to portray it originally with that cinematic music in the background. Something about that music that you put into your clips, it can add and change the whole emotion of the video.
It tells a story.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what we kind of portray, like we want to portray, is that, like, that feeling. Like like when you look at a video and you're just like it makes you want to go do whatever's in that video.
Right.
Yeah, like San Diego videos, like on the beach, like those videos that pull you and make you like, you know what, I want to go to the beach.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I mean, that's the story of, like, us doing the promo video.
Yeah.
It was a big learning process, a scary and stressful learning process, and I just think we're gonna keep on getting better. And you just started your YouTube channel, and you're getting used to the cameras now too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's messing actually with my first camera, the Canon M50 that I got when I started my YouTube channel. And she uses that for video, and she's learning on that one. And she also likes to take photos with the RP, which is a learning experience for you and all.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, so I mean, that's basically everything going on, and I hope you guys had a great Christmas.
Yes.
And Why don't you tell them a little bit about your new YouTube channel for all the people that want to go check yours out?
Okay. Yeah, so it is called Mel's Creation, or type Melanie Crosco. I just did a Grinch Cheermeister ugly sweater, Christmas sweater with the crown. And I just showed you exactly how I made the whole thing. And eventually my channel is going to be about DIYs, home decor, home cleaning. It's just a bunch of stuff that I do already. And I just want to show you guys some tricks and tips on how I do everything, crafting, cleaning, a lot of fun stuff, really. Yeah. It doesn't sound fun, but it's fun to me because I watch that all the time. Yeah, but yeah, definitely check it out at Mel's Creation. Hopefully it'll be in the description.
Yeah, I'll put it in the description down below, so if you guys want to check out your Instagram and your YouTube channel.
And also I have a Facebook as well.
Yeah, we'll put all that down in the description, so you can go give Miss Melanie a follow and go check out her stuff if you're into any of those topics that she got into.
DIYs and home improvement. Try to do everything on a budget. That's really what it's about.
Exactly. There's always some great ideas through it. You always pull out like a lot of Christmas and gift ideas.
Oh yeah, a lot of my stuff is like, I think all my gifts cost, like the ones I made, probably like $100.
Yeah.
Really, and I just made them all look really nice. And I DIY'd all of them.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, I would recommend going and checking that out. And I'm gonna keep on posting. Keep on posting more cinematic footage. I mean, we're gonna work together on it. Yeah. Like, what we want to do is kind of collaborate on when she does stuff and then when I do stuff as well. And kind of make it into a cinematic footage for advertisement to get some more practice in there. Yeah. But that concludes our Saturday night podcast. I hope you guys enjoy. Please hit that subscribe button, hit that little bell notification so you don't miss any of the new videos coming out. And please go check out our social medias. And hope you guys had a great Christmas and a happy holidays. Peace out, guys. Till next time.
Bye.
Later.